Hello Internet Dwellers, and welcome back to Bit by Block, the show where we recreate movie and television sets in Minecraft for future use in Machinima. I am your host, Jeff, and welcome back to part 4 of the Clock Tower from Back to the Future rebuild set thing adventure. I hope you guys enjoy kind of a little bit of that time lapse I threw at the beginning there. This was something new that I actually got some feedback on, is that some people thought it'd be kind of a good idea to actually see the time lapse of what I do off camera. See what I did off camera, except I just decided to put it into a time lapse because I figured that'd be a little more interesting than watching me use the Magic Wand tool for that, which I still obviously have open right there. That's what that is. And again, for some reason, if none of you guys have ever used it, it's this tool just to let you do that, or, I don't know, that, which I actually just replaced the air with the grass. So I know I was talking about, I was unsure if I should actually use this or not, but as I had mentioned previously on other episodes, it actually makes this building a lot easier when it's a lot of repetitive stuff, much like these roads. If you watched really carefully in that time lapse, you'll notice I did make a slight change. I made 2 quick changes to our concept, to our design here. One, I got rid of the center dividing lines because I actually looked at some more photos for my research on this project, and it turns out that the original set did not have those middle divider lines in the streets, so I decided to remove those. Second of all, once I had actually copied this out and saw what it looked like at the level that we had been doing it, I realized that I did not like it. I just didn't care for it too much. I didn't like it that low. It was almost too much of a step down. When we only had that tiny little portion here, it was different. But once I saw it up above, or actually saw it planned out, I just did not like it at all. So I raised it back up again. So we're kind of back to where we not necessarily started per se, but just this is kind of a general build, and it's still okay. This still works perfectly okay for the build. So what I did is, as I was talking about on here, and actually we can look at this real quick so you can kind of get an idea of what I was talking about. This is the original height, and I do normally like it a lower like this. I kind of like the grass being up higher, but because this is not a neighborhood and this is going to be a city area, this lip is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to basically just to do anything. This step up works still well because all of the building doors will then just be up a layer instead of being, I guess this is still technically up a level anyways, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I thought this looked a lot better than this, so this will be all filled in, which for that matter, we will just do that right now. Yep, here we go, building stuff on camera that doesn't necessarily need to be. And then we're just going to replace all that with, oh my goodness, what is grass? Oh, 2. Duh, that's the one I did earlier. So we're just going to replace those with 2. There we go. And we will get rid of that. So that's annoying. Okay, so now back to where, let's get back to building here. Now, I copied this road out because I know this road's going to go out some ways that way. The movie theater's going to be back there, and this is a row of buildings right here. Our little courthouse square grassy area is through here. This road does not follow all the way out like that one does. This one actually comes out a ways here, and then it cuts back over to that road, and then it cuts back over this way. So that's why I didn't put this one all the way out, because I wanted to do a little more. I wanted us to plan this out in this episode and get this center courtyard area done, and then I can figure out where this road goes, and then that'll be next time. So let us start. Oh, I just saw something I missed. Because I changed the design and the height of the street and the sidewalk here, this is being changed. This is not going to go as high, or it's not going to go all the way across like that. Which actually this works a little better, and it makes it look a little more, a little closer to what the actual movie set kind of resembled, which was the sidewalk. Oops, not that. There you go. The sidewalk actually kind of stopped when it reached the this portion of the courtyard, the courthouse. So that actually kind of looks a little more fitting, like it's supposed to be here. So, okay, having said all that, let us start working on the let's start working on this part. Okay, let's let's just get rid of all this stuff. Oops, let's get rid of all that stuff. Let's just start over. We are going to need, let's see, we're going to need gravel because we're going to need the walkway. So this is going to be the walkways out front. And then we might as well get our bushes. Now, I don't really know which ones I want. I think the spruce leaves look better because I think those are the right color. And we're actually going to go do a darker wood. I used a lighter wood for these over here, but I actually think that's going to look better. Oops, I think that'll look better because those almost shine through too brightly. I do like that darker one, so this will be replaced when I actually formally do that. So, okay. So now I know here. Actually, give me a second. Let me get up my my photographs here. So I know the courthouse. Yep. Okay. So now the way that the courthouse is set up. Sorry, I know this is not very exciting with the screens just on the pause menu. The way that this courthouse is set up, so there is, let's do this. There is like a row of bushes here. So this comes out to about the middle area, not there, about there-ish? There-ish. There-ish, okay. And then they actually have that kind of goes up. So now, 1, 2, 3, how wide is this? How many blocks is this up here? So what is this? 1, 2, 3, so that is 4. Okay. So the way this is set up is that there's a path directly out from the front of the courthouse, and that is that row. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, just like we have it there, and then we go up like this. So the way that this courthouse is designed, according to this photo, again, we are building the one from the 1955, not the 85 either versions, or like the futuristic one. So kind of going very simplistic and old school with this style. So there's not a lot of there's not a ton of complicated designs, which again is one of the reasons why I chose this variation of it. But the way they have this set up is that they have a gravel path that comes straight out from that front door, and then the gravel path kind of goes out this way a little bit, not too far though. Probably a little bit more than that. Maybe this, maybe about that far. And what this is this is the walkway that leads to the center, not the center. Here's the other thing. I've seen a lot of these builds that people have done either through Minecraft, or even like 3D models and sketches, or even the mods for GTA, like for the Vice City and all those old school games, plus some of the other ones that have put this is the war memorial. This must be the World War II memorial that's in the middle of the square. That they actually put it in the middle of the square, and that's not actually where it is. It's actually towards the back third of the square. This is the point where you just go, oh my god, this guy's a dork, and I'm like, yeah, I know. But it's actually more towards the back third. And it's also not a perfect circle. That's the other thing that I've realized a lot of people have gotten wrong. It's actually more along the lines of this. If we're going to do this like that. Oops, no, that's fine. We don't need that anyways. And then hit. So it's a little bit more like that. And then this will be where the war memorial goes. And yes, I do realize that I do have the magic wand, and I could actually just be filling in this all with the magic wand tool instead of having to dig it all out. But you know what? I'm just gonna we'll see how annoying this gets. I've already gone back on my morals and my decisions, and have already used the magic wand, so it probably won't be too long before I decide to just go that whole way. Okay, so now what we're gonna need is these stone slabs, because this is up on a little bit of a kind of a pedestal. Yeah, it's not my monster ones right now. Okay. So let's see here. I don't know. We're not going to be able to make this like super detailed, but we're at least going to get the concept of it. And this kind of goes out like that. And then it immediately comes back to this. So that, and then that. All right. So then, oops, let's not fill that in. We are going to use these. It's awful tiny, is it? Oh, you know, what am I doing? No. We'll only use those when we need to. Actually, we're only going to need them for this part right there. We're going to change this design a little bit. In the original one, they have a like a tank, or not a tank, like a a cannon, like a small little cannon, like a portable one sitting next to here. Obviously, we can't get into that amount of detail in Minecraft, so I'm actually going to change this because that's just not wide enough. That's better for me. So we're just gonna make some modifications to this. So the way that this is designed, let's see here. What do we have? We have these. Let's use those, and then not that. I don't want that. And then we are going to use the glass blocks, but let's use. Let's just, you know what? Let's just use the black ones. We're gonna use the glass. Oh, you know what? You heard me. And then this is gonna be our kind of our memorial. It looks almost too futuristic for my taste, but it's gonna have to do because it's all we have for materials to kind of work with in order to achieve what we want. I wonder, is that gonna look? Will the glass connect? I kind of wish. Oh, no, it doesn't connect. Okay, that's even worse then. All right, so we're just gonna go with these then. See, that just looks boring. It's actually almost like a wood. Is almost what that is. I'm trying to figure out what it's built out of, and it's been a while since I've seen that close up. I wonder if this would just look better. If it'd almost look. Gosh, it just looks so. It looks so just ugly. Okay, well then, if that's the case, then we're gonna go. Okay, if we're gonna use those, we're gonna go back to this then. And actually, maybe we just go with yeah, let's go with the light gray instead. So really what this memorial is, it's a solid piece of wood, but it's got glass in front of it. Well, I don't want to make it that thick, because otherwise the damn thing would have to come out to here, and it just is not going to look so good. So just pretend that's, yeah, that's our memorial. Oy, that thing's just, okay, we might have to be coming back to this later on, because I'm not entirely happy with that. So, okay. Let's do. We have to put there's a flagpole back here. Oops, I didn't actually grab it. They have a flagpole back behind the memorial, which is going to be off kilter because of the way that we're building this. So it's gonna be here. There we go. So that's our flagpole, and yeah. So I might be switching up to the newer version of Minecraft so we can put the banners and stuff out here. That'd be more interesting there instead of just a pole sticking up in the air. So okay, so let's finish up with this side. So this is the bushes that go around the outside of the structure. So those go all the way like this, and then on each of the actually nope, there's nothing for those. It's just on the open ways. Which, let's see here. The way that they have this designed is once we get past this way, like about there. They actually have a park bench, which, let's see here. How can we do our park benches? We're going to need our slabs, which this is made out of wood. So we were going to choose one of these guys. And then we are going to choose, this is going to be, we're going to take a shot at this. I haven't actually not built something along these lines before. So we're going to see how well this works out. So, this is gonna look ridiculous. Let's do 4. Why not? So that's our park bench. That's the seat, obviously. So it's just there we go. No backing. That looks ridiculous. So okay, so we're gonna leave those there for now, and then we're gonna keep building. We're gonna come back to this. So this is gonna keep going around. Let's finish off this portion, because now what happens is it comes out from here, and it goes off to an angle, and the angle is a straight angle that leads us directly to the corner. So wherever these come off at, and wherever this hits the street, that is gonna be the end of our build. So the way that they have this designed is it looks like it comes off. It comes off about there. So, which I know looks utterly ridiculous, especially with this portion right here. So maybe we'll make this a little bit wider. And I thought I toggled you to not rain. Okay. So, gosh, so that just becomes that. So now it just becomes more ugly, I guess. So now the way we did this, that is 4. These all look to be about even. So really, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I like 3 or if I want 4 for it. Actually, the 3 looks like it could be okay. So then where do we do this at? That came off. Okay, so that just came off from that side. So this would come straight down, not into the hole. Let's see here. So that comes out like this. And then that first one is right there. Right there. So this. These angles are always the fun part of building. So what did I do? Did I do that for? 1, 2, 3, 5. I did 5. Oh, that might be actually too much then. So what do we do like this? And actually just keep 4 going over the rest. Actually, that might be better. I say actually a lot. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you know what? It would have been correct if I had kept it from not being there. So I might. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're just going to build this one straight out, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Hey, okay. Oops, not this one. This one. Yes, fun part of Minecraft building is testing and rebuilding and starting over again. So that's about. Actually, you know what? That's not bad. That looks decent. It looks like it's a decent size away. So then this would all be filled in like this. Whoa. The mouse slid again. Okay. Fill in that. And we're going to do this, this, and this, and this. So what we're doing is... That actually might be... That might be okay. I might be okay with this. I'm just going to get all of these. So what this actually is, this pathway... The pathway we designed coming from the courthouse was 4 blocks. And if you can see, this is 2, 3, and 4. Technically, this is the correct number. A width is just at an angle, so it looks a little goofy. So at an angle, it's only 3. We'll have to look at this from above to know whether or not this works for me. And if for some reason, after we're done recording this episode, if I look at it and it looks awkward, I will record me changing it off camera. Well, actually, I'll just record it, and then we'll throw it into the time-lapse at the beginning of next week's episode. So, let's just see here, because I don't want to waste your guys' time building this multiple times in a single episode. Plus, we have to keep it under our time limit, don't we? So far in the show, I record a couple of these at the same, in a row, so by all means, it, you know what? Nope. I need one more. I do record a couple of these at the same time. Actually, that path is pretty narrow according to the picture, so I'm just going to stop second-guessing myself. So if there's any changes or any critiques you guys have for the show, by all means, let me know in the comments section, and then I will try to accommodate those in future episodes. Like I said, just because I record them a bunch at a single get-go, it might take a little bit for those changes to become effect, but I will definitely take into advice. So if you see anything that you guys want me to change or do differently, just let me know. Okay, so that is the first angle. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do this on the other side here, and you know what? I'm actually going to do that in time-lapse because that would be boring to watch me do it again. So let me build this, and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, and we are done with that. And so now looking at it from up above, that looks... Actually, it doesn't look that bad. That looks pretty good for what I'm looking for this. Again, this portion of it, I'm just going off of photographs because there's no blueprints for the landscaping, at least not that I could find. So we're going off of what I can see from screenshots of the movie. Okay, so now that we've done this, we have found where our corner is going to be. These paths come directly out to the edge of the courthouse. So the way this is designed is, which that looks a little goofy. I wonder if we shouldn't bring this up like there. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's going to look off no matter what. Okay, so we might just have to tweak that design a little bit. The way that these are going to come down like this. all the way, and then I'll actually finish this corner off. What? Yeah, don't look at me. Yeah, okay. Huh? Okay. Terrified of the sheep that are going to kill me now. So, okay. So then we have this, so that's going to be our corner. We actually might do that just for the rounded, just because it is a round corner. They're not square corners. And then, again, these will continue all the way down here. So what we're going to do is we'll just do this on screen for now. We'll skip that one, and then we're going to come back around like this. There we go. And then these will continue all the way down here. Just like this. Go all the way this way. Just like this. Oops. Like this. And then back down here. And then this way, just so you guys get an idea of what the road's going to do on those corners. So the road's going to come down here. It's going to curve there. And it's going to go back this direction. This is going to go all the way down there. And you know what? Now that we've done this. All right. Oops. All right. So then let's just do this on camera here because this will be fast enough. So this is going to copy off that way. What is that going to be? 10? Nope. Nowhere close, Jeff. Do that. Probably what, 40? Oh, 50. Excellent. That's good enough. So we'll destroy all that out and then this out. Fill this in, and this is going to go bye-bye. So what? This is going to go here. Those are going to go away. That's going to go away, and then this is going to fill in there. Beautiful. There's our center courtyard with the road. So now, like I said, this is gonna come down to here. There's going to be okay. So the one thing that these things do have is they do have, or that these streets do have, is the walkways. They do have the crossing lines for the walkways, and they are bright white crossing way. So now, because we put this here, we will just do them as 2 lines, just like that. So here, let me copy this down a little bit so I know where this is going to go to. Just like this. Snack that for 10, 12. There we go. So then let's do this. We're going to do all the way across like this. Oops. Oh, I just didn't put that on. I'm like, why didn't it cover it all the way over? So then that's the first line, and then we're just going to do 2. So we're just going to do this all the way across. Just like that. And boom. There we go. And, you know what? We might... That's my mistake. I wanted to do that. Yeah, I wanted to do the clay, not the quartz. Oh, yeah. Okay. So then, because this gets rid of the line. See, there you can see your difference between the two of them. This looks more like it's been painted on than this one does. Just because, why would the white lines have separate black lines painted into them? There's no reason to have grooves. So there we go. So that is our... Hang on a second. Now, you know what we're going to do is we're going to put this one over. This is probably going to be, again, one of those things that I'm going to change later, but there we go. Yeah, just make it a little wider. That was too narrow for me. So, okay, there you go. So there is our crosswalk. So then there's not one of these on that side. It is just a straightforward road there, but because this is a corner, because this will come down to the same spot as we have over here. Oops, I want that. Just like this. This is going to come down to, where is it? To this one right here, and then be our corner piece, and then come back this way. So this road comes out this way. This is the road that in the movie, the beginning of the courthouse sequence in 1955, in part 1, when Marty comes around the corner and Mr. Sandman's playing. This is where Marty actually kind of comes from. The Miller Lite truck's behind it, which are Miller High Life, or I don't remember what it actually is. Sorry, that detail I don't remember about the movie. Yeah. So then this is going to be our road. And I'm just going to do so I remember later on. We're not going to keep building too far out this direction because it's kind of an unknown area. There's no, like, I mean, it's, you know, they never really ever go this way except for that opening sequence from part 1 that I just mentioned. But what we're going to do is eventually, when we build more city streets or, you know, neighborhoods or all that stuff, this road will connect to wherever we build over there. Okay, so then what we have is we have this. So let's do this out to here. Now, my plans aren't really showing up exactly the way these are designed out here, but I'm pretty positive off of memory. This is what it looks like. I will review this for next time and make sure that that is in fact accurate. So we're just going to go out like this to keep our theme going of a little bit of a, you know, just kind of design addition there. This will go all the way back to... Oh, I forgot my my park bench. My park bench, which is what, this one, that one. 2, 3, 4, and then oops, what did I use? I used court stairs, didn't I? Oy. So this and then this. So then we'll go back over here, just like this. And we will plop these guys down right here. And I'll also see if I can't figure out a better design for the the park bench than this. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, what am I doing? What are those? That's the, yeah, picture frames. Let's see if this will work. You gonna work? Oh. Nope, that's not happening. That just looks horrible. We're not gonna do that at all. Okay, so there's no back to those park benches. In my version of the courthouse square, there's no backs to those park benches. All right, let's with the last couple of minutes we have for today, let's do this. We have to put in a tree. So, is this how? Oh, I need a new one. Okay, hold on. Let's get out a new one. We're gonna put in some trees here. So, let's see here. Oy! No, we need the tall trees. Oh, we need the big trees. Big tree? Is it that? Nope. Is it just tree big? Ah, yes. So then we do, hui! And you give me a tree that is half the size of the one that I didn't want before. All right, so that's what I wanted. Yes. It looks a little goofy there, but that's better. Okay, and then there's also one that's about here. Oh, yes. Brilliant. Can I do another one right next to that? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, I can make it like a really nice big tree. This one is a gigantic tree. Like a big, thick, old school one. So I want that tree because this is the tree that, if you guys want to remember, during the lightning storm in part 1, actually the end of them, right before Marty goes back in time, this is the tree that the lightning strikes, knocks the tree branch over, and destroys the wire that's coming down from here. So that's why this tree has to be nice and big. I have to look on my plans to see if there's trees elsewhere. I'm almost positive there's a couple other trees. There's nothing over here, and there's nothing here on my photographs, my screenshots. So for now, we are going to just leave those empty until I can confirm there's other trees there, because I don't want to do something that's not entirely accurate. So, but anyways, for that, I think I'm actually going to wrap this up for today's episode. I know there wasn't a ton of stuff. We built a ton of stuff in the last couple for those, but we actually have we have the square built. You know, this is it, except for some minor little details and you know, just kind of odds and ends, which we can always add on later on. But that's our courthouse square. Look at that. Let's come all the way up here and take this look out. So, yeah, you know what? That looks pretty good. I like that. I'm happy with that. So if there's not some more trees here, maybe we'll just add a couple little tiny little things, just because it does look a little barren through there. But yeah, so with that, everybody, I'm going to come right here, plop myself down. And that's the end of today's episode. So hope you guys like it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section down below. Otherwise, we'll be back next time for the start of Lou's Diner right there. And then we're just going to work our way around. And boy, we'll get there. We're getting there, guys. This is a slow build, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a nice model when we're all said and done. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.